cash, homie.
Would you please break the damn story?
He took it out.
Oh, for you.
Tuesday, PFTOT, also available in the PFTPM podcast file. Chris Simms, Mike Florio, topics we didn't get to or topics we'd like to continue. Every once in a while, we're having a conversation that butts up against the end of the show. So, enter PFTOT, where we actually literally have more time to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Tom Brady's potential power play, Chris. I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah.
No Reggie White free agency tour. No Peyton Manning free agency tour. You need to go see the king. And Tom Curran of NBC Sports Boston doesn't report this as a final decision, just a possibility. And I love it. I love it. It's the ultimate boss move. And it tells me that if they're even having this conversation, Chris,
right,
there's enough interest in Tom Brady where you have to have the conversation, right? If it's crickets, you don't even have this. You're thinking, all right, what are we going to do here? There's teams interested.
Right.
Are we going to go crisscross the nation, or are we going to have them come to us? I think that's my big takeaway. There are enough teams interested in Tom Brady for him to even have that deliberation as to how he's going to handle his free agency tour.
Yeah, I would think there's enough teams out there. I mean, he's too special of a player, a person, an icon in our country. I get that. It also tells you that there must be some crickets as far as the conversation with the New England Patriots too right now. And the Patriots are content to let him kind of like see his worth on the open market and if he really wants to do this or make this type of move. But, like I said on the show earlier, I think this is like the cool thing about Brady, though, is that he's not into like going onto one of these, press media tours of look at me, I'm in every city that a team needs a quarterback in, and hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, come in, meet me, let's talk ball. If it gets serious, then maybe I'll go out and meet or go to these two teams or one team, whatever it is that's interested that he feels like is really serious contender. And then you make that move to meet people in that organization, get a feel for, do you want to live there? Is that the place you want to go work at it every day? And does it seem like it has the right vibe as far as persons are concerned in the building that you want to be a part of?
Yeah, and look, we've never seen anything like this, and he very well may stay with the New England Patriots, but this is all part of the process of seeing what else is out there. And I think it's going to go like this. Back channel discussions that will clearly be tampering, but every team tampers, aimed at finding out what other teams are interested and what they're willing to offer. And at the end of the scouting combine, that's when the opportunity comes to talk to the Patriots, knowing who else is interested and knowing generally what they're interested in paying. So you have an opportunity for the Patriots to offer something, say the right things, do the right things to get Tom Brady to stay. And then if that doesn't work, that's when we get closer and closer to the start of free agency. 1 month from today, if you didn't hear us say it 70 times during the show. And that's when he can start officially meeting with teams. And Chris, the tampering is real. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I think in this case, it helps the Patriots to have some tampering so Tom Brady knows what's out there before they finalize their negotiations, because the Patriots can't wait until Tom Brady officially becomes a free agent.
Right.
If the Patriots are thinking about finding a veteran who would take Tom Brady's place.
Yeah, that's wwhere I was wondering, Mr. Kraft and the relationship he has with Tom Brady in his camp, I would think would be a little bit, loose. And, hey, let them know that, hey, if you want to talk to teams and tamper and do all that, we're certainly not going to be here, trying to turn you into the NFL or turn the teams in that want to talk to you and have these conversations. It benefits the Patriots for this to get the ball rolling, get it going. And to me, the most intriguing thing here, too, is just the Patriots in general. I mean, do they want Tom Brady? I mean, I'm being serious. Do they? I mean, if they really wanted him, wouldn't you just offer him a 2-year, $30 million contract and it'd be done, right? What's the number they're set at that they're willing to have Brady back at? That's to me where it's just interesting, too. I feel like they're giving us a lot of context clues to say, like, hey, we're not sitting here like, oh, we want Brady back. I think there's got to be a part of the organization that's content with, moving this process along. And that's where I just find it interesting, too. Where's that number? Where's that fine line to where they both get back together and take one more crack at it?
There have been multiple reports that the Patriots are willing to pay Tom Brady more than $30 million a year. that means Robert Kraft is willing to write the check.
Yeah.
But Bill Belichick is the one who has to authorize it. And I firmly believe that part of this process, part of this negotiation that is coming after Tom Brady knows what else is out there,
right.
I think it's going to require Bill Belichick to bend a knee, smooch a butt, right, and show appreciation to Tom Brady that maybe he hasn't fully shown throughout his career. I just feel like Tom Brady is getting a little exasperated by the way Bill Belichick has always been.
Maybe.
And Belichick's the guy with the finger on the purse strings, or his hand on the purse strings, whatever the metaphor is. Even though Robert Kraft is willing to finance it, Belichick has to be willing to do it. And
yes.
Robert Kraft is not going to tell Bill Belichick how to run his team, who to keep, who not to keep when it comes to Tom Brady's future. And I think that has a lot to do with it. All right, let's try something here.
Yeah.
Let's try something here. This shouldn't take very long.
Okay.
I'm going to run through every team name with you, and I want you to give me your first reaction, yes or no, should that team have interest in Tom Brady. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, Patriots.
Yes.
Bills.
No.
Jets.
No.
Dolphins.
No. Oh, well,
Ravens.
Okay. Dolphins, I'll say maybe. Dolphins, I'll say maybe.
Okay.
Ravens, no.
I like yes, no, and maybe.
Okay.
Like yes, no, and maybe. So far, it's Dolphins, maybe, Patriots, yes. Ravens, no. Steelers.
No.
Browns.
No.
Bengals.
No. Oh, no. No. Yes. No.
Texans.
Nope.
Titans.
Yes.
Colts.
No.
No? Are
No.
you kidding me? All right, I say yes.
Well,
then. Jaguars.
maybe yes. I do. Well, I went no there because I just can't see Tom Brady going to Indianapolis and living in that
I'm
city.
saying should the team be interested?
Okay.
Should
yes.
the team be interested?
There we go. So
Do you want
yes,
me to
I'll say yes to the Colts. Right.
Revise any of your past answers based on that. Browns or Bengals? You hesitated. Should they be interested?
No.
All right. Colts, yes. Jaguars?
No.
Chiefs?
Absolutely not.
Broncos?
No.
Raiders?
Yes.
Chargers?
Yes.
Eagles?
No.
Cowboys?
No.
Yes. Giants?
No.
Maybe. Washington? Almost said it. Washington?
No.
I agree. Packers?
No.
Vikings?
No.
Bears?
Oh, I thought you might say yes to the Vikings. No for the Bears.
I don't want that old son of a bitch on the Vikings. I'm just kidding. Bears?
I'm going to say no.
Lions?
No.
Saints?
No.
Falcons?
No.
Bucks? Yes.
Yes.
You
sure.
can say it. Yes.
Yeah, they
Panthers?
should have interest.
Panthers?
No.
Why not?
Because they're just trying to restart something new. What are they going to do? Hey, we're going to start a new culture here with an old guy that came from a different culture and have him be the guy that we all follow here, and then he's going to leave us in a year or two? No.
Cardinals?
No.
Rams?
No.
Not even maybe?
No, not a maybe.
It's too late. They've already cast their lot with Jared Goff.
Yes.
Seahawks? No. Obviously. 49ers?
No, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Say,
did you hit them all?
I say maybe. I got all of them.
Good.
All right, let's move on.
Thank you for that exercise.
That took longer. I like that. I think it's important to do that.
I get you.
I think it was important for us to do that.
It was.
All right. Something about the collective bargaining agreement. There's been a sense that the start of the new league year is the artificial deadline that will spur action between the NFL and the NFLPA. I've talked to a lot of people about this. There was an item in the Wall Street Journal that confirmed a lot of the things I've been saying about the urgency to get the deal done before it's time to negotiate TV contracts. Here's the problem. If you wait until August of 2021, let's say there's a lockout next year for the NFL to get its 17 games, and the players eventually cry uncle just before they start losing game checks like they did in 2011, and they do the 17 games. If you do the new TV deals, then there's a chance that the TV deals are going to be reduced by ratings in 2020, which could go down thanks to the presidential election, and a potential downturn in the economy. There's concerns of a recession. So this is what is driving this. I think the NFLPA is looking at this and saying, here's what happens if we don't take the best offer that's on the table now. It's not that same offer is going to be on the table in August of 2021. There's a chance that the offer in August of 2021 is worse, because if the NFL ends up with worse TV contracts, they're not going to suffer that loss out of their own pocket. They're going to take it from us. they're still going to get theirs. So whatever the decrease is in the TV deals, if the ratings are down this year, if the recession does happen, and there are many who fear by early next year there will be one, and the networks don't pay as much, that's going to directly impact how much money the players get, and the NFL is still going to make theirs, which is all the more reason to get the deal done now. So I'm raising this because I feel like this is all coming to a head. I think they're going to get it done, and I think the thing that's driving it is the ability to turn to the networks and cash in with unprecedented multi-billion-dollar TV rights deals that would replace the deals that currently expire Monday Night Football 2021, the rest of them 2022.
Yeah, I mean, I get it all. It's dicey, and I don't think the players need to, jump into anything, just head first and going, oh yeah, we got to get it done just because of all these fears, right?
But there's a pragmatic reality that I think D. Smith learned in 2011. If they're ultimately going to give in and not miss game checks and not miss games for a 17-game season in August of 2021, do it now where both sides are poised to get more TV money than they would get later. I think that's the impetus here. They learned the lesson in 2011.
Yeah.
The players aren't going to go through with a work stoppage. It's just not going to happen. And acknowledging that and accepting that is the key to realizing now's the time to get the CBA done so they make more money. The players make more money off of the TV deals, and obviously the league makes more money off of
So
the TV
the big thing is then really, and at least for me, and I don't know if you agree, it's just the players and how quickly they're going to accept the fact that it's going to be a 17-game season. Like, I think you and I both agree that ultimately that's going to happen no matter what. It's just about when does it happen, and when will the players buy in? I don't expect any of the superstar players who are making $1 million a game or any of them to really want to, right? I don't. I think they're going to look at it and go, well, I'm paid, and what's the risk of another game and shortening my career and all these things are an issue. But the middle class of the NFL, the lower class of the NFL, they're all going to want the other game. They're all going to want the extra check. They are. That's just a simple fact of the matter. And they're going to win out the middle class, the lower class of the NFL as compared to the 5 superstars who are getting paid, huge amounts of money on a football team. So you're right. It's just about, though, when will the players be able to digest the fact that it's going to happen? And then also, I always go back to, again, what is that extra game going to cost? I would tell the players, if it's just one extra game check, don't do it. It has to be more than that. It has to be more than one extra game check to make it better for the players. There's more risk involved. It's going to shorten careers. It's going to affect 401ks. It's going to affect a lot of different things there to where they got to make that one game, at least for me as an ex-player, where I look at it to go count for, a game and a half or something like that to make it good to soothe it all over. And I just don't know when all this is going to happen to where the players are going to accept it, I guess.
But ultimately, they will.
Yeah,
I think you're right. And remember when Phil was making that point that he believes, and this was last year, that they ultimately will. Look, the choice isn't 17 or 16. The choice is 17 or 0, right? And they're going to choose 17 over 0 because 17 is coming, and the only way they avoid 17 is if they're willing to play 0 for 1 year, maybe 2 years in the face of the lockout that the owners will impose, and they'll still have their billions, and they'll be able to weather the storm, and the players won't. And it's that simple. That's a disparity in economic power that makes the lockout imposed by the owners a very effective tool to get what they really want, because at the end of the day, 17 or 0, they're going to take 17. A couple of other quick ones on the way out. Henry Ruggs, former Alabama receiver, is the betting favorite to run the fastest 40 at the scouting combine, and yes, you can bet on that. He has teammates who have pegged him as being sub 4.3.
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs, Alabama cornerback, thinks he's going to run it in 4.19, which would be a combine record. But look, betting isn't just betting on the outcomes of games. There's all sorts of other stuff that people can bet on. So you can bet on Henry Ruggs as the fastest combine 40-yard dash runner, and I assume you can bet over-unders on his official time as well. We'll see. Obviously, running 40 yards in a straight line on a football field. I mention this every year at this time. Someone told me years ago, the only time you run 40 yards in a straight line on a football field is when something really good is happening or when something really bad is happening. but it is relevance to your general speed.
Hey, listen, it's relevant. I mean, Deion Sanders was awesome in the 40. Guess what? Oh yeah, that's right. He was awesome on the field. So it's not an end all be all. To your point, you're exactly right. I mean, but at the same time, it's a thing. I don't know about you. I'm always the most excited to watch the NFL Combine, because it is the ultimate, test of explosion and all of those type of things that are relevant. Getting out of the box in the NFL, your start, your top-end speed, you get a feel for a little of that. And I think a lot of the special players we've seen over time have killed that event. So there is something to be said about it. And I'm going to be tuned in to see, Henry Ruggs. I am. I mean, damn. We met Jerry Jeudy right at the NFL Super Bowl. I mean, he thinks he's going to run like a 4.3, a low 4.3. I mean, that's who Tua's been thrown to, these freaks of nature. And I watched Alabama a lot this past year. This Henry Ruggs guy, yes, he can catch a slant and go 90 yards to the house in a flash of an eye. So I'll be fun and tuned in to watching that.
And, of course, you mean freaks of nature in the most respectful
way possible. Exactly.
All right, here's what I need to do. We had another topic to get to, but we can put a pin in it because my wife had to leave, and my dog has yet to go outside to relieve herself. So there is an urgency for me to let the dog go pee outside.
How do you know? Is the dog there saying I have to pee, or is it somebody texting you and you weren't paying attention to me while I was talking? Okay.
I've been informed that the dog has not yet peed, and the dog's going to pee. The only question is, will it be inside or outside the house? So I'll give you the update tomorrow as to whether I got the dog outside.
Macy, the king
There's Macy.
of Chateau de Florio.
Look how cute Macy is. Yes, she is the boss. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great day.
See ya.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.